Hello, everyone. Hi, it's me, Prov, and this is the Proverbial Inn, except there's no inn at the moment because this is an out-of-character stream. Hello, how are you doing? How's everyone? Good, good. I'm good. Well, whether I'm good is debatable. I don't have my alignment written anywhere, but I'm fine. Oh, wow. Wow. How dare. Also, there's something funny happening. Let me check something. Something really weird with my, Yes, You know, my head is already big enough in real life. And there you go, just making it giant. How dare you? Like, how could you do this to me? Your husband. Why? How? And by the way, for those coming in, I'm not saying your husband as some sort of parasocial thing. She's actually my wife. Like... Yes, well, yeah. Okay, yeah, you could, yeah. I don't have to just take it lying down, though, and I can't. My model can't lie down. Okay, it can't. It doesn't have legs either yet. That wasn't a priority. You know, I have a big list of things and features, and it turns out that implementing legs on my models that most of the time are seen from the waist up, not a high priority. Next question. Actually, you know what? Next question is actually, what are you doing today, Prob? What am I doing? I'm making a model. Hello, NM. Hello, how are you doing? So yeah. What am I doing, on the other hand? I'm making this model. What am I doing? What I'm doing, I'm upgrading, Darkness. Because Darkness, Darkness was stuck in 2D. I thought, that's not fair. Like, I mean, that's not fair, I could say. What has she done? But it's Darkness we're talking about. She's done a lot of things. Why am I doing? Because she's the only character who doesn't have a 3D model yet. And when am I doing? Right now. Exactly right now. Right at the moment when you showed up. It's an incredible coincidence that's worth treasuring. Anyway. I am just thinking, there's that code. I could make it particularly cool. Like, I could make it. Do you guys think I should give it like an actual? I should probably give it some sort of what's it called? That thing on the side, like not a hem. The hem is at the bottom. No, and Darkness's pronouns are not it. Yeah, look at them eyes. Look at them eyes. I haven't actually completed the eyes. No, the soul already done. You know. There you go. Already done. It's fine. She already has, like, those metal souls. It's okay. Yeah, that's right. I gave you... You know, that's something you'll never get elsewhere. Alright? here you come to the Proverbial Inn and you get like foot zoom for free. That's also what it means to offer the kind of experience that the Proverbial Inn provides. Yeah. There's still toed shoes, which suggests that there's a toe. There's one toe. You get one toe per shoe. Yeah, just deal with it. It's one toe, but it's really big. It's really big. Just enjoy. Anyway, I'm just realizing that I started this stream without actually looking at what the code looks like, and of course I instinctively know what a code is supposed to look like, but let's see. Oh no! Oh, that's going to be annoying. Oh crap. I hate it. I'm going to have to actually give detail to the code. Do I have to, chat? Do I have to? Unexpected Bryce the Nice reference. I did a reference without knowing. I can't remember what I said. Remember, if I'm like, okay, when I hit start streaming, my brain somehow disconnects and my mouth just starts blathering, and it's all very stream of consciousness because yeah, because it's improv, so I have no idea what I've said at any point in time. That doesn't mean that you're going to get me to believe that I said terrible things, because I didn't. Alright, so code. I would need... okay, at least some sort of... oh. The accidental reference in my DMs. Yes. Unfortunately, am I even going to be able to see this? Because give me a sec. Oh no. Oh no, it's extremely cursed. It's absolutely extremely cursed. How? Why did you do this to me? Why did you do this to me? Terrifying. Terrifying. It wasn't a reference. It was just me being silly. Okay. My own fault. Hey man, you know, this is the best way to get cursed. You're lucky that I'm just a regular dude. I'm just a normal man, just an innocent man. And you just come at me like that. But if I were an actual fae, I wouldn't be able to just curse you. It would be terrible. Let's see. Yes, just yep. Another reference. That's something that I wanted to do in my intro screen, you know. I just forgot to actually make it. Just a normal man. Just an innocent man. Why are they getting stronger and more handsome? I don't know. you'll have to investigate this yourself. I think that it would be very good if I just added a little something, a little something like that. I'm just going to... Nope. Ah, crap. Of course. This is fine. I'm just going to hope that I can make something decent. You know what would be cool, actually? What would have been nice is if I started making the basic shape, and then I added the intermediary vertex. That would be a better idea. That would be so incredibly smart. And also, maybe I should, turn off the subdivision. Just so that... And I was going to say turn off the hair, but maybe not turn off the hair. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, this is exactly how I did Delana's cloak. And it turned out fine enough. I think fine actually already includes the notion that it's enough. But if it doesn't, then let this be said. Delana's cloak is okay. Alright, so after that, what would the coat even look like? I can make something. I can make something actually, yeah. Something that's more like this. But there's also a chance that I've actually messed up. And you know what? I'll accept it. I'll accept it. Sometimes you just have to accept that things will be good enough. You know, that's my inner darkness speaking there. You know how... Or perhaps my inner oak. You know how inside you there are two wolves. Inside me there are two D&D characters. Like one is Isolda and just wants to properly learn things and properly do things so that they're, you know, excellent. The other one is either darkness or oak, and decides that actually no, it's more, in this case it's more of a darkness thing there. Oak is more like I have learned enough, now it's time to do. because learning the theory is boring, and I want to get to do things. Darkness is more like I am doing right now. It's not. It's not perfect, but it's functional enough that will do. Of course, darkness actually settles for much less than functional enough. Yeah, I mean, 6 or 7, many more, probably. Many more, far too many, probably. But is there such a thing as too many? I don't think so. And here, okay, I am going to have to. Oh. Oof. Yeah. I wonder if I could just do individual origins and I move them according to their normals, and oh, yes, yes, yes. That's starting to look sort of like what I want. But not this. And I'm just going to move those one by one. The what? Alright, that's going to help me think a bit. That should. In all likelihood. It just ought to, that's one of those things, you know? Eventually what I'm going to do, once I've properly messed with the modifiers, is I'm going to make that part right there, I'm going to make it sharper. And then there's the coat, like there's the belt. Then there's the belt. What do I do with the belt? No sharp part, I said sharp part. My problem is like I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with the belt. Like, I could just close it. I could just close it, but I'm kind of thinking of maybe I'll just let it hang loose. Yeah, I was thinking of letting the belt hang loose so that there's something that I was hoping to do at some point, and I don't know if it's possible. it's for her to be able to open her coat and there's something inside. And I would just put stupid shit, like maybe it's a blunderbuss, maybe it's a potion, maybe it's an engraving of a monkey. No, I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say it again. You just have to look at the VOD. You just look at the VOD. Yeah, but the Oh, okay. Okay, so you mean... So what you're suggesting is having this... yeah, but then it's going to go on top of the pouches. What you're suggesting is to have like this part essentially like I'm not actually going to do it like that, but essentially like go back and be like, oh, well, you know what I mean. You can't. Oh yeah, you can see my mouse. You can see my mouse. You can see my cursor. Is having the belt just go back over there and sort of being tied here over the tail. Okay, well, I'm going to have to listen, but I can't listen to it while I'm on stream. So yeah, what I was. Okay, fine, that's content or something. Fuck off. I'm kind of thinking of maybe I just let it hang loose. So that's a sort of like okay, kind of. Yeah, okay, alright, yeah, okay, what of it? I sound like a big rock that falls. I sound like a big rock that falls in water. But anyway, friendship at that. You were talking about having the belt go back, like sort of going back over the hoop, and being tied in the back, right? Ah, okay. Oh, all right. Oh my god. The coat doesn't have enough fabric. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That is completely fair. It doesn't have enough fabric because I didn't use enough. Wait, that would close the coat. Are you suggesting that maybe it wouldn't close the coat if there wasn't enough? I don't know. That's not true. You know what? Hey, what if I let the belts go down? What if like I'm going to let the belts hang, okay, and then and then I'm just later on maybe I'll remake the coat because it will be for version 2. Nah, I don't know. I'm just suggesting. Maybe I'm being lazy, but sometimes you gotta be. Sometimes it's okay to be lazy, a bit lazy. She doesn't care. No, she doesn't really care about whether she's being fashionable or not. Like, I think fashion is not it's not one of her core values. Her core value is making money. Her second core value is being more clever than anyone else. As in outsmarting them, not necessarily because she's smarter, but also because she's more ruthless, I guess. Because there are times when she's a massive dumbass. Feels like an all practical. Yeah, all in the function, nothing in the form. I guess that she's the polar opposite of Donar in that way. Like, Donar will want an armor that's nice and that is for some reason polished, despite the fact that he's going to get hit over and over. And he's going to want an armor that's gold plated. For if the armor is just made of a bunch of bits that don't fit together, as long as it protects, that's good enough. What do you want? Do you want an armor, or do you want like, I don't know. She stole that coat from a child. Extrude the coat. Okay, okay, give me a sec. Do you mean that you want more? No? Is it that it's... I don't understand what you... Okay. Okay, just give me a moment. I don't really understand. Do you mean that it needs to be longer? Do you mean that it... Because... You say that it has to be extruded, but I don't know in which direction. I appreciate your feedback. Don't get me wrong, but I am... Alright, fine, I just... Okay, so it's just that it needs... It's just that it needs to be longer in the middle so it can close properly, or something like that. I'm very sorry. Sometimes I can be a bit dense. You know what? I can always improve the cook later. I think. Unless. Yeah, sorry. I'm not I'm not particularly like good at this sort of stuff. Like this is, yeah. Eventually, I'd probably add some sort of belt, some sort of belt buckle to it. But right now, maybe not. I'm just going to mess with some other stuff. Like all of this. I need to check. Like I think rigging. There's something where the orientation of the bones. Huh? Yeah. It's time. It's time for the spooky skeletons. It is time. You gotta. Seriously? I'm sorry. Sorry, I really didn't mean to be. I really didn't. I went like. Yeah, that's because I'm focused on other things. Wait, joint orientation. I sort of forgot in which directions the bones are supposed to go. And that's a bit of a problem. Like, okay, I think it's positive. No, I think negative X is the one that I've. Let me think. Yeah, I'm no longer sure. I'm no longer sure which one is supposed to be the good angle for a bone. Like, is it positive X that is supposed to be the natural direction? Is it negative Z? How about we just YOLO this? Imagine darkness rigged as if by herself, if you will. I'm going to hide most of the stuff. Yeah. The goggles, the eyes, even... No, I'm not going to hide the eyes. All the pads. The head retopo is here, and that's the hand retopo. Okay. The hand retopo. I should probably mess with this. And this is just going to be... Wait. The hand. How far does it go? I don't know. Yeah, no, that will be fine. This will be fine. So I believe that I should probably... You know, I'll save that as a Darkness 7, just so that I don't miss out on anything. And I'm just going to... yeah, I think that's it. Control J. Okay. And I'm probably just going to add the head to that as well. Alright, so that it's one big model. In fact, the eyes, I could probably add them to the body with Oppo, but maybe not. The point is that I'm going to have to add... I'm having a terrible doubt here. Like, an awful, awful doubt. The body is symmetrical according to the same... Yeah, okay. It is according to the very same axis as... Why do I keep getting my head inflated? Why? Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, oh crap, I'm just realizing now. The body with Oppo, I'm going to have to retopologize this after I've done the all that shit. Sorry, by all that shit I mean the UV mapping. I mean that sort of stuff. Yeah, okay. So I'm actually trying to put the cart before the horse. Bad idea. We're going to start instead with everybody's favorite part of modeling a head. The disgusting part. The mouth sack. Yeah. Ah, crap. Everyone's just a tube. Yes. In the grand scheme of things. We are all tubes. This is just going to be horrifying, actually. Oh, this is a mess. Okay. Is this the right one? Am I actually am I actually linking the right vertices, or okay, this is the bottom lip. This is the bottom lip, so it should be. God, that's such a that's such a fucking mess. Help! You can't really help me. Okay, that's the top lip. That's the top lip. The other one is the bottom, which means that this vertex should actually go down there. I think. Yeah, I think. Why exactly did I do what I did? Am I a fool? This goes up, this goes down. This goes down even further. This I'm pretty sure goes down. Now it should all be fairly easy. Easy and painless. Wait, no. No, it's not painless at all. This is actually the top lip. What? Okay. Okay. Fuck this. Let's take it back from the beginning. Mushroom was a tuber. And I am a tuber. Of the V variety. And Frenchy Patate is a tuber, but of the patate variety. Yes, the tasty variety. Alright, this seems good. This is why it's everyone's favorite. It's just a pain in the ass. And here the goal is just to make it very obvious that like where the palate is and where the bottom of the mouth is. Good. Here we move this over there. We're just going to, we're just. The problem is. The problem is that I'm never quite sure how big a mouth is, how big an oral cavity is. I could have something else for scale. I could do it by instinct, but something tells me that doing things by instinct here is going to result in someone having a massive mouth or a teeny tiny mouth. Don't want that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be clever, and I'm going to look at an anatomical illustration. A cross section. This is what I want. Cross section. I am being smart for, you know, not cross action, a cross section. Okay, but that's such. It does look like a pain in the ass to actually do it. Okay, there's the jaw here. The tongue is actually massive. Like, it's huge. The palate is essentially aligned with the bottom of the nose. And it goes on for about as long as double the space between the jaw and the neck. Okay. That gives me something. So this is essentially the entire space that will be in the mouth. Okay. So far, so good. And then stuff gets a little weird, a little funky. And we're going to have to rotate this, move it over there. And it goes right down the throat. All like. You know, at this point, if you're looking that far into the gullet, what are you doing? Just. And shrink that so that, yeah. Alright. So the problem is that I mostly intended, yeah, for the mouth to go this way. This is basically okay. This is basically the shape that I want, except the tongue is actually going to take a lot of space in there. And then there's also the space for the teeth. So the space for the teeth. According to this, the teeth are very close behind the lips. And according to me touching my face, the side of my teeth, like the side of, all the teeth on the side of my face, are essentially aligned with my pupils? I don't know. They're only touching my face. So that means that this mouth is going to be way wider than I've drawn it. And you've probably noticed, like, hey, this is popping out of the side of the face. Have no fear. Don't worry for a minute. We are... Ha ha ha, yeah, no. I was going to say, we are fixing that. We're not fixing that easy. No. You know what? Maybe I'm going to fix that during the ad break, because it looks like there's an ad break coming up. With then, or I could do it right now with this. Like, this is reasonably. This is yeah, reasonably close to what you would expect. Up. Reasonably close to the middle, and now it's in the middle. Everything is fine. But yeah, I'm just going to send it for the ads. It's the ad moment. You will see me again in 3 minutes. That's not the right thing. I know what I'm doing. Hello! I'm back. So I've been messing with guns. So you'll notice that they're a bit square. I'm going to fix that. Despite it, being hip, square. I will still fix it. His hip, there's a whole song that says so. Or maybe it was, as they say, maybe it was Coop. Yeah. I'm sure it's not my generation. What if? Yeah. Gen Alpha says no. Gen Alpha. What do they say even? Something is cool. Just say it. I don't know. I don't know. I stopped understanding when, like, somewhere after Epic, After Epic, I got lost. No, I wouldn't say so. I don't know. I have some. Wait, do I have some? No. I don't have. Gen Alpha colleagues. I have Zoomer colleagues. Zoomer is a bit of a weird word because it kind of sounds like they have the zoomies. And I'm just having trouble imagining my colleagues just running around. Like, whee! Yeah, no, Gen Alpha is like the generation that was born with an iPhone in their hand or something. I was born when there were big pixels and I think that the Sega Nintendo console war hadn't really started yet. Yeah, but back in the day, like, PC was not PC was kind of underperforming compared to. I mean, you might have wanted an Atari or something. Okay, I think. What the shit? Okay. Yeah, backward. Wait, oh no, I forgot what I was doing. I completely forgot. How dare you do this to me? I'm forgetting things. I'm not that old, and you're making me forget. Okay, where would the uvula be? Somewhere around there, right? Like about huh? Ah! Oi! We got demons! We got demons! Hello! Hello, Hex! Hi! Hey, wait. I have hands! I could say it! I could do it! Hello! Yeah, you saw art! I'm working on... Wow! Wow, called out! Called out for... called out for my old millennial ass. Hello, Hex. Hi, hi, Hex's community. I'm Prov, aka the Proverbial Innkeeper. This is an out of character stream, but normally I'm in character, except not today, because today I'm working on some art. Wait, this is nightmarish. Just wait a sec. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Where are the eyes? Where the fuck are the eyes? Oh, I'm in local mode. Okay, I am working on a model. Almost killed Royce on the quick hacks. Only run, but then he soft lock. Oh no. Oh no. But yeah. Oh. Yeah, sorry. What's say? I think I got. Sorry, I got confused. That's because I'm old. I'm not that old, for the record, by the way. But yes, today we're making a 3D model for to upgrade a model of mine who looks like this. I'm going to show the old one. I just need to find it because it's not easy. Let me see. Look. Alright. Whoop. The old one looks like this. That's a PNG tuber. But we are upgrading to a model with a mocap. Well, I mean with mocap capabilities. We could have shapeshifted. I could have shapeshifted. Wow. Okay. Okay, and then you're lucky that I can't actually use my redeems to bully you. But I could. But also, I can't shapeshift right now. And you know why? Because the other model is in... I think it's in... it's either in RahiTuber or in PNG Tuber Remix, or one of the two. And it's not in Jinyan. And I'm in Jinyan right now. So yeah, working on that, I could time him out. I could time him out and nobody would ever be able to do anything about it. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to time him out. I'm not going to time him out because I'm going to take this in stride. And not in Strad, because that's a campaign. And also that's a guy. And what the fuck am I saying? Okay, what? You have arrived at just in time to see me lose my mind. It's okay. As I said, I'm currently working on everybody's least favorite part, modeling the inside of a mouth. Because it's complicated. Okay. Anyway, Raiders, and Hex, if you need to sit down, chill, have a drink, have rest, have a bit of food, feel free to. And otherwise, enjoy chilling. But yeah, I saw that you. Yeah, I had a chance to lurk a little in your stream earlier. I unfortunately don't know much about Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, good. Actually, you know what? Give me a sec. There. I think. Yeah, get knifed. There you go. This is how I can exact my revenge. Actually, I could exact my revenge like this with my psionic powers. Wait, how do I pin him? There, you're punished. I'm not going to bully him further. I don't have the heart for it. I just don't. Okay, I'm nice. No, I won't put you in the mouth because you like it. Yeah, got away. Yes, but you only know the vocal component. You don't know the gesture, somatic one, or whatever. So, there. Once again, I emerged triumphant. I'm turned into a gnome. I have shapeshifted into a gnome. This is terrible. Ah, yes. Thank you, friendship at that. So yeah, I'm in a phase, I'm in a part of the of modeling that's a little less exciting. But I was hoping to perhaps do some rigging instead. But unfortunately, it turns out that to be able to rig, first before the rigging, you actually have to model the whole thing, probably. That seems like a reasonable course of action. Is that a decent? No, I think a uvula would be more. It's kind of like, I don't know. I don't stare at uvulas either. I'll say that, and really, when you think about it, is the audience going to stare? They could. So maybe it's worth investing a bit of time. in making an okay looking uvula. Oh. Okay. What's it going to be? Is it oh my god. Sorry. Absolute mess. Absolute mess. I think I'm supposed to move this aside so that no. So that it clips properly. Okay, and now we can move it back together. And that's a bit too no. We will not have the uvula sort of collapse on itself. Thank you. What's going on? Why? Why is today Blender is bullying me. I don't understand what's going. Oh, okay. Never mind. I mean, I was actually not doing. I had actually no idea what I was doing. That's a thing that happens sometimes. In my defense, I hadn't modeled a character in months, possibly in a year, maybe. And I had sort of lost, I had lost the habit. A little bit like a forgetful nun. That's not right either. That's not right. That's not right. Why are you doing this? Oh my god. Okay. I don't understand. I don't understand why. Wait. I'm sorry, my things are just being weird right now. Okay, just keep calm. You know, of course, when people are looking at me, immediately I start like I start not functioning anymore. Why is this thing? Oh, okay. It's just that this was actually way too far in this direction. Just oh my god, I'm finding myself having forgotten what I said earlier, so I can't actually. Do you ever have that? Like maybe Hex, you have that where you are talking and you completely forget what you just said because it was sort of stream of consciousness. All of that good. Okay, so I'm not weird. I'm not okay. Alright, this is starting to look decent. Okay, good, because like sometimes it's just like I'm talking chat makes a joke, and I suddenly have the horrible realization that I don't know what that joke is referring to. Because I was in the flow. And yeah, I have that sort of weird feeling of, what is this? Where am I? Am I losing it? So it feels like you're a bit disjointed time-wise. I wish I could tell you that, yes, it's all, don't worry, it's all this sort of, fey bullshit. It's fine. But most likely, it's tiredness. Yeah. It's tiredness, it's that I can't keep an eye on chat all the time. It's that I am focusing, but the effects are really weird, and sometimes it may cause me to look like my brain is not working properly. I guarantee that it's true. My brain is not working properly. Okay, is that uvula long enough? Oh, I forgot the tongue! How is she supposed to attempt to scam people if she doesn't have a tongue? That's right, it's tongue time. Let me check again. Okay, the tongue extends from here actually. It's just like, what? But, you know, it's not really like this. I mostly have to... This looks like a giant eclair or something. A weird flesh eclair, and it's cursed. It is cursed, and I can't believe that I have said the actual sentence, a flesh eclair. Actually, you know what? Flesh eclair is going to be my band name. If I ever make a band, that's an acceptable band name. I hate that you're kind of right, but consider that a sausage is not stuffed typically. Now, if you were to make a sausage that is somehow stuffed with like barbecue sauce, that's a flesh eclair. I am disgusting my wife right now. For her. Yo. Okay, I'll accept it. I'll accept it. I will take the compliment. It's important. That's my... Oh my god, I almost sort of morphed into Delana there. Who hasn't been around for a while, actually. But, like, she would keep saying something like, "That's my wisdom," or like something like that after saying something weird, or tongues are like flat sausages, but isn't that like a steak? Isn't that like a steak, Ayo? By the way, Ayoki-chan, what do you prefer as a diminutive, or is Ayo fine? Is Ayoku better? Is a tongue is a steak that moves? No. No, 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 no. 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 No, I'm picturing a horrifying slithering steak. Alright, I'll remember that. Not the slithering steak, mind you. The name. And I remember better because my head is big now. Yes. Alright. There is a tongue. It's not really shaped like a tongue, but it's reasonably shaped like a tongue. Oh my god, it's difficult to... Here, here, and there. What's going on here? Oh. Is this... No. Okay. This goes there. Okay, alright. Okay, this is fine. You probably have trouble seeing what you're looking at. And so out of kindness, I will switch back to this view. Just enough to be able to move this vertex where it belongs, and perhaps this vertex where it belongs, and this one. Okay, we now have something. We now have something. Okay, that's okay. But obviously, what I need now is to add teeth. And I'm just thinking, how the hell am I going to add teeth in a situation like that where the mouth is closed? I'd figure it out. I will 100% figure it out. Okay, you know what? Teeth. I don't really know how. Do we have an actual official image of tiefling teeth? Of tiefling, if you will? Let me look it up. No, most people just draw them with closed lips. Some people have drawn them with... You know what? She's always had pointy teeth. Like... Yeah, she's always had pointy teeth, so she's just going to have pointy teeth. That is a... I'm going to start with this. Yeah, I think they have... Most tiefling have fangs. Most tiefling have fangs. And oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Oop. I'm going to do I'm going to separate this, and that, as weird as it's going to be, is going to become the teeth. There's a single poly right now that is going to become teeth. I will remove all of this. I want them all to be... I'll just make them white. I'll make them white, and don't need this. Okay. So I start by extruding this one. And now I'm just wondering... I don't know. I think I'll figure it out as time goes. I'll figure out if they have the right shape. But something that I'm going to want to do is, first, we don't need this poly because it will be buried in the gum. So useless. And we are going to... I'm just going to make all teeth pointy because that's what she looks like. That's what she looks like in her old version, and also that's what she looks like in this stylized emote over there. This is the extremely rectangular tooth that I will not keep that way. My goal is to make it pointy. But maybe not super pointy, but at least somewhat pointy. I'm just wondering, what if... No... Wait. What if I just did this? No. I'm just going to... You know, I'm just going to unsubdivide them. Oh, that explains it. I need to really taper that. All my apologies if again I sound a bit disjointed. It's just that I'm having trouble speaking and doing the modeling at the same time. Oh my god, this is... I think I'm making a mess of things. But what if she has slightly messy teeth? That's okay. She's allowed. What does it look like when I do subdivision? Oh, thank you. Thank you. What if I move this further down? And now, what if I... Wait, what if I shrink this? Yeah, it kind of, the gum make that V shape. Yes, yes, yes. Here's the thing, I am probably going to do the V shape with the tooth. You know? Because otherwise it's going to be a ridiculous amount of, ollies. And I'm going to regret it when my computer just spontaneously combusts. Yeah, the gum is probably also... I'm checking. Yeah, the gum is going to have to be less thick. But yeah. Then typically the second incisor. Is it incisor or is it incisor? Because again, I am. This is satiety all over again.
Incisor.
Incisor. Okay. Thank you. The second incisor is typically thinner and smaller than the big front one. You could just make it a little... You know, we're not... I don't want to half-ass things. Like, don't get me wrong. But it's also important that I don't spend, I don't know, 4 to 8 hours modeling teeth. In fact, here's the other problem. I'm going to have to make it so that all the teeth actually fit. So this is going to be the basic shape of the teeth. Look at the teeth from the side. They actually curve a bit. True. Okay. Just let me do a thing. I'm just going to up. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. I'm just going to copy the teeth for now, and then I'm going to give them individual shapes. So that's going to be canine. That's going to be the premolar. After that, you know what? And after that, so there's canine, premolar. Huh? Wait. Well, certainly. Then there's 4 molars. If I'm not mistaken. It's a bit complicated because I need to just make sure that I'm not looking at someone who had teeth removed. First premolar, second premolar, and then there's 3 molars. Okay. I keep messing up. So. And then there's going to be 3 molars, which don't actually have the same shape, so but this is just to remind me that there's some teeth. This tooth will be there. I have that funny feeling that either the teeth are going to need to be bigger, or oh yeah, I'm making the teeth too small. I'm making the teeth too small. Whoop. All too narrow. I'm not too sure. It's a bit of a complicated thing. Okay. Right, so here we have another tooth. That's a canine. So it's going to be a bit you know, I'm going to give it a bit of an interesting shape. Like kind of, I'm going to try to make it look a bit sharper. And then the others are molars or premolars. Do I replace a premolar with yet another sharp tooth? I don't know. But I'm going to start with making a molar. Or at least something that is decently molar-like. Molar or molar? It doesn't really matter. You got what I mean. And the point, by the way, of this is that we are not really... Wow. We're not really going to look too much at what's going on here. I think. Again... Okay. Sorry. I'm just thinking of something. Like, it's not like it's going to be Anton Blast, where there's the possibility that the character will suddenly just be screaming for 10 solid seconds. Unless she encounters some sort of terrible existential horror. What? Yeah, this is not quite right. What if? Okay, this is good. This is more like it. This is more Moller-like. Let's go. It turns out that sometimes just messing around with things until they work. Sometimes you just have to take the Todd Howard route. You mess around with it, and then at some point it just works. If it doesn't work, keep claiming that it works. Yeah, that's a tooth, all right. That's a tooth. Huh? Whoop. And just stick it in the jaw, like. If yeah. So, come to think of it, I'm just going to remove those because I'm not going to modify those other ones again. When instead, I could work smarter instead of harder and just take this tooth. Maybe add an extra loop here, just so that I can give it the shape of a tooth that's actually, you know, in a jaw and not being some sort of weird, yeah, you know, a tooth being toothy. And to think of it, a toothy tooth sounds horrifying. And I regret putting that thought into your mind and in mine. Yes. Ah, yes. Yeah, you thought that a toothy maw was the most you would see. No. No, it turns out that sometimes the teeth themselves are toothy. Here I feel that in the back the gum should be thicker. So I'm not going to mess more with the shape of that tooth. Instead, instead I'm just going to copy that one. And here. And then I need to make some premolars that are kind of a hybrid in shape. I mean, of course I could look at what a premolar looks like. But who does that? Come to think of it, I might actually have made my premolar look like... my molar look like a premolar. Which is great. Because that means that I can remove those two. I can place those two instead. Or I can more like mess with the shape of those two. I'll mess with the shape. I think that it's kind of a bit... I never thought I would be looking at teeth so much. That's not really what I had set out to do today. But here we are. It's sort of pointy on one side. That's... Wait. You know what? That will do. That will do. Who is going to stare into that mouth? Except someone who would decide. No! You're going to just be staring and be like, oh, you got the teeth wrong! You got the teeth wrong! And I'd be like, damn you and them! Damn you! And I'd be shaking my fists at you. But there's nothing I'd be able to do. Because you'll have warned me. You'll have warned me, and I will have ignored the warning. The dire warning that came. Alas. A tragedy. I keep hitting Shift Shift V to do a vertex slide when I actually need to hit Shift D, which is a duplication. Which is why you keep seeing those vertices just going crazy for a second. That's just me messing up. Okay. Things are starting to look decent. I would like to make sure that the teeth in the middle don't overlap though. Oh no. Absolutely not. Come on, why are you doing this to me? You know what? No merging. And no clipping. This will do. And this to the side. All right. Yeah, that's going to work. That's going to work. You're going to see. Eventually this is going to be... I mean... Okay, maybe... Would I say my magnum opus? Would I be so ambitious to say my magnum opus? I wouldn't say that. Because I still think that the scales on Donar, they look pretty damn cool, and I think that it's still the thing that I'm the proudest of. But I think that I'd be proud of that. I managed to make the mouth that's alright. The gums will have a funny shape. You know what? It turns out Darkness brushes her teeth just like she builds her machines. Quickly and not very well. I think the most annoying part of this is that after that, there's still the bottom, there's still the mandible. Wait, is it the mandible or is it the maxilla? No, the mandible is the bottom one. It's a bit complicated because in French, both are described as the jaw. Like, just top jaw and the bottom jaw. So sometimes I get confused with the vocabulary. Yeah, I think this is going to look okay eventually. I was really hoping that I would be able to start rigging, but probably not. And it's just as well, honestly, because I was a bit unlucky. Started the stream a little later than expected. But no regrets. Because I got to see some cool people who came to see. That's always enjoyable. I mean, that's the coolest part of streaming as far as I'm concerned. Just being able to chit chat with people as I do my thing. Because after all, if I didn't intend to like show my craft to other people, then why would I be streaming? I could just be doing that on my own time. Just that it would be a little lonely, I suppose. Oh crap! There's an ad. Well. Ad break. Ad break. Ah. I'm back. Sorry, I had got in the zone, and I didn't realize that the ads were starting. Anyway, another cool little thing, another cool little detail, is that I figured out, or rather, I sort of reported a bug when it comes to an extension that I had for Vinyan, and so in the future, since the bug that I reported has been corrected, in the future it's quite possible that I'm going to be able to do some really cool stuff with Vinyan, like mixing Vinyan and mix it up to cause all sorts of interesting effects. Honestly, I'm really looking forward to it. I think that the molars sort of look the same on the top and on the bottom, sort of. So it's really the incisors that are very different. If I could just mesh mirror while ago. No, that's not. No, it's Z, sorry. It's Z. Yep. And there we go, we set them. Unfortunately, that means that those molars don't seem to touch. Like, you would expect them to touch. So I will just poop them down. I will not poop. That's not on stream. That's disgusting. Otherwise, yeah, this one goes down. This I bring back up, and I might need to just move this. It's not the cleanest stuff I've ever done, but it will do for now. Remember, this is a really minor aspect of the character model. Typically, the character is shown zoomed in at about the level that I am right now. So you're not really going to be able to give her a dental exam. So sorry for those of you who had dreams of dentistry and move this one. there. Rotate it a bit so that it's not too jarring. That has a completely symmetrical tooth. And then comes the last part, which is the incisors and the canines. They're Z local. We bring that down, but we also sort of keep them behind the top incisors. This one is going to be seriously smaller. Like the bottom incisors are, I think they're pretty damn small. But maybe not that small. Whoa, 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 no, that's... And then there's the canine. Which will bring about here. And will sort of maybe put it in there. No, that will be okay. I think it will be okay. I don't truly need to. I don't truly need to make this a work of. A work of dental science and art. Like, again, it's unlikely that a dentist will show up and be like, "How dare you do this way? It looks like shit." Because then I'd be like, yeah, band. What are you doing here? What? Oh no. Well, Bert, do you want your dentist friends to get banned? Because they will get banned. And hello, Sayer, how are you doing? Yeah, I think that those gums should be less thick. Bit too thick. Oh, he called them all. He doesn't have any dentist friends. He was pranking me. It was a social experiment all along. Well, yeah, but you don't need to have many friends. You just need your friends to, to be quality friends. high quality friends. Except no substitute. Yeah. Wow! I barely have any friends, and you're one of them. I'm not pinning you up for that. I'm not pinning you up for that. That's a nice thing. I can't pin you up for when you say nice things. Like, because imagine if I did that. Then people don't want to say nice things, and then I end up with what? A toxic fandom. Yep. And then people are like, "Hey, let's go on Prov's stream, and we'll just be dicks to each other." Yeah. And before you know it, before you know it, you just created the shittiest audience. No, it's completely encouraged to say nice things to each other. Encourage the yes. Yes, it's saying kind things to each other is somehow turned into a spirit of the mountains and hills. That's what you get. That's what you get for coming to a stream of someone who is very fond of the Fae. You knew what to expect. I think this should be fine. Like, this will be alright. We got everything. This is set up. There's a tongue. We are going to get out of this. Yeah. Alright. Okay. We still have 40 minutes, and that's a good time to save. And it's also a good time to start messing with seams. For example, we are going to prepare the model for... No, I'm not going to play the seams. I'm going to prepare the model for... Oh no, that's absolutely not what I wanted to do. Yeah, going to prepare the model for texturing. And for that, I need to figure out where to do the little cuts in my while spreading the skin around, like some fucked up what's his name? Leatherface. Yeah. But Leatherface is already fucked up, so some sort of Leatherface like villain. So I'm going to mark this as a seam. The nostril, like this doesn't really matter. We can mark this as a seam as well. Boop. The lips. Somewhere in there. Somewhere in there. there's a seam, and I'm going to say it's here. Somewhere where it's not too visible. Then, what we're going to have to do at some point is unfold the entire face. That's really where the whole leather face comes in. So I think the easiest way to do this is to make a seam right around. Let me see. Somewhere in here. Where it's not too visible, you know? Again, not too visible. We don't want people to be able to focus too much on where we cut the texture. And I think, wait. Yeah, I think we could put the seam here. Essentially, look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this, and I'm going to ask, hey, please, unwrap this entire model. And it's going to be like, okay, I've unwrapped your model. I noticed that here's your face. I have no idea what this is. I have no idea what this is, but I would really like to know. Okay, those are the shoes. Those are the shoes. There's something here that's all messed up. And another thing that you will notice is, yeah, here there's bits that are. I'm going to explain this a bit because there's quite a chance that a few of you haven't done 3D modeling for long. You will notice that here on the right we have a whole bunch of big polygons, typically rectangles. On here, we have rectangles that appear to not have to not be consistent in size. And in fact, something that we could do to show you is, let me see. Is there something where I could show? I'm just trying to show an actual. Like I'm going to try to put a grid texture on it. That would be really nice. Going to just add a. I'm going to add a new material, like that is just going to be called grid. And it will have use map and texture. I'm going to want to have a checker texture. Any checker texture, that will be okay. Boop. So now, something that I would like is, say, this padding around the legs. I'm going to want to take this, and I'm going to replace it with the grid. And you notice that, hey, the grid is only on one part of the... how come my hand is stuck there? That's weird. Why is my hand stuck? What the hell? Hey! Okay. Well... I cramped up. That's weird. That's super weird. I don't understand. You know what? Okay, I'm going to restart this. I'm going to restart it. I'm not going to let the weird glitch occupy me for too long. There we go. There we go. Okay. So, yeah. You will notice if we get back to texture, that yeah, the grid is not properly spread on the model. That's because the mapping we haven't actually made enough seams to properly spread the texture. We can fix that by just adding a seam here. So that you can properly, unroll this entire texture or this entire part of the model as if it was just pretend that it's fabric. And so now the grid looks decent. Looks decent. Let's check other bits that need to be cut. This... Oh, those are the hands. Those over there, those things are supposed to be the hands. You see that there's obviously a big problem. We're going to go on the hands. I would say that this should be a decent place to put a seam, or perhaps even here, but no. We're just going to take this part and we're going to ask to only show the hands, just so that it's easier to work on it. Work on them. So we're going to want to texture the front of the hand and the back of the hand. And we're going to want to keep, if possible, to almost a straight line, if possible. Just cutting, like if you were as if you were making a glove. Pretend you're making a glove. So you need to have the pattern for the front of the glove and for the back of the glove. Only you have to know where you're going to sew. There we go. And then there's a thumb. No problem. Everything is fine. Boop. Oh, okay. Good night, and have a very good night. Rest well, and hope to see you around. And thank you for the hydrate. I haven't been drinking nearly enough water. And thank you for the big thonk. We mark the seam. And we unwrap. What is going to happen? Hey, look at that. Wow. Wow. The nerve. So yeah, we'll have the palm here. We have the back of the hand, and we have the claws. You may have noticed that we neglected to reveal the hidden parts, so yeah. What the hell is this? Oh god, I have no idea. Oh, that's the inside of the mouth, isn't it? That's the inside of the mouth. You will also notice that, hey, there's a weird little thing here. That's not normal. Is it? It may be normal, actually. Because you know what that is, in all likelihood? That split? That is probably the lips. So you have the bit where there's going to be the tongue. You probably have the uvula here. I'm not entirely sure, but it's not that shocking. That part over there, that is one of the laces. So again, just going to mark this for a seam. Mark seam. That other one right above, same. We mark the seam here. As a rule, just assume that you want to make the seams as invisible as possible. You want them discreet. It's a bit like when you're making a costume, like a full body costume. You don't want people to see where your skin is bare and where you've put a glove because you didn't want to have to, I don't know, put paint on your hands that you're going to have to wash throughout the day. So maybe to avoid that, you're going to put to avoid the seam between your skin and the glove being visible. Maybe you'll put some sort of little wrist cuff or something, just to hide it. Now, if I request the unwrapping of those things, I should... Nope. Yeah, I should have something that has a decent shape. Has a decent shape. It doesn't need to be amazing. What else? You know, we are just going to request another unwrapping. What's that? I actually can't see. Oh, that's the inside of the eyes. Okay. This is a part that we don't care about because the eyes will always be there. So, cool. The jacket. We're fine with that. Here, there's a suspicious bit where I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are the trousers. There's a suspicious bit, I was going to say, where you choose this and decide to assign the grid here. Again, absolute mess. Complete mess of a grid. We're going to want that, and just like on real trousers, the seam is probably going to be here on the side. But we could also instead put it there. In fact, I'm pretty sure we could put it on both. We could put it on both. What happens, just out of curiosity, what happens if we just ask to unwrap it this way? Is it alright? It's not alright. Wait a sec. Wait a minute. Wait. No, it's okay. Oh wow! Look at that! Look at the trousers on the right. That's kind of trippy. Sorry. Oh! I've just realized. What if someone's looking at this and has like photosensitivity problems? Sorry about that. Sorry. I'm just going. Yeah. That part over there, no idea what it is, but it's quite probable at some point I'm going to run into the horns. Oh, it's the shirt. Okay, that's this part of the shirt. Okay. Well, it could be that we could cut the shirt about here, or we could cut it around where a shirt would normally be cut. And I think that it would make more sense. Unfortunately, you may have noticed that the neck is in the way. So again, we're going to ask to just see this side. And we're going to put the seam here, because the entire part in the middle, not visible ever. And otherwise, I kind of feel like we could just do this, or I'm going to see what happens if I do this. Probably okay. It's probably okay. I need to learn those shortcuts because reveal hidden. Okay. So up and wrap again. I'm pretty sure the horns need a real need proper unwrapping, like they need proper UV mapping, and I have half a mind to just say get them in the middle like this, but on the other hand also put a seam where the edge of the horns are. Like, yeah. We're going to put the. We're going to put it right there. Up. And mark as a C. Of course, this is not likely to be enough. Because you see there's a point here. So if we put a grid there, you see, again, huge mess. This ought to be better, but there's still that weird little... There's still that nasty little convergence here. So we're going to add another one, like another little... Huh. I don't know. What if... This is going to be weird, so bear with me. Just marking this as a C. And how about now? Now we still sort of have that little convergence, but it's acceptable because it is a horn after all. It's pointy. I'd love it if we could have a bit of better idea. Like, I'd like... Yeah, here. This is going to show much better where there's a problem of like texture deformation. And I'd say that here the texture is going pretty good. It's pretty fine. In fact, just for the fun of it. Yeah, you see where the problem is now? The sleeves. the sleeves are still kind of awful. So we're going to just pick that. We're going to hide anything else. Again, we pretend it's a real shirt. So the seam is probably going to be under the armpit. And or over the shoulder. Wait, no. No, it's not. Maybe not. Maybe the seam is mostly here. Maybe the real seam was within our heart all along. The actual seam was the friends we made along the way. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to put a seam there. And now, yeah, look at that. Looks much better. And here still, I'm still thinking that maybe we should have maybe a seam that goes here. But it's not the worst. It's absolutely not the worst. Perhaps a seam that, yeah, a seam that goes here. And now we have, yeah, we've pretty much UV wrapped everything. Now, we are probably going to make a, oh, hello Twixter Studios, and welcome to Proverbial Inn. You're actually coming on the tail end of the stream. I was going to wrap up soon-ish. But how are you tonight? This is an unusual stream because tonight is an out of character stream where I'm just doing some art, just making a new model. Have I ever heard of a show called Ruby Gloom? Never, never. Why? But I'm looking it up. Alright. Any specific reason? Sorry, it's I don't mean to be I don't mean to be weird or anything or rude, but I'm not actually, I don't have any context. Like I have a first-time chatter who comes here and immediately recommends a show that I don't know about. But I will keep that in mind. Thank you for the rec. Also, out of curiosity, how did you end up here? I'm always curious how people end up finding this place. Whoop. Yeah, this it's looking okay. I think that what we're going to have is we're going to have one material that's mostly the red parts. So I'm going to have to UV wrap the tail as well. We're going to have one that's all the leather parts. So the the strap for the goggles, the shoulder pads, the coat, the pouches, all the little straps and doodads, and the shoes. We're going to have one material that's metal. So it's going to be the goggles themselves. Any belt buckles or any sort of thing of the sort. And the soles of the shoes. And then we might have one that's fabric, where it's just the shirt, the trousers, the padding. What about hair and all that? I don't think the hair is going to get its own material, but maybe. Regardless, we are reaching the end of the stream, and I'm going to start looking for people to raid. I see that Taffy Raven is currently playing Atomic Hearts. So I don't know much about Atomic Heart, but I think it has that sort of Soviet futurism aesthetic. I don't know, so I'm curious. And we haven't raided Taffy Raven in a while. So yeah, I think that should be cool. So once again, no, actually, no, it's not even once again. It's actually the first time I'm saying it. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming around. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Hex, for the raid. But in general, thank you for keeping me company. That's really nice to just have someone, looking at what I'm doing while I'm doing those creative things. Really appreciate it. And yeah, I will be there. I will be back here on Thursday, probably doing the same thing, because honestly, I've been excited to finish this model. There's still a lot to do, mind you, but it's coming along, as you can see. So stay around. We are raiding Taffy Raven. I am going to go into the string thingy and stop the raids, because just in case in case someone decides to raid me like right this moment, that would be a little awkward. But we're going to visit Taffy Raven. The raid message, as always, pub crawl. Put any dancing emotes you feel like. And yeah, thank you for being here. Going to be around to be back very, very soon. And by very, very soon, I mean in 3 days. Very, very soon is relative, especially when you're fake, okay? Alright. Raid time, and good night to all. Raid time. It's time for a raid. A minute, I'm still singing, but I should keep my microphone up while I do some sort of improv, but I'm not the musician unlike Hex, so my improv kind of sucks. That's okay. You don't come here to hear me sing. You come here to see me model, not to hear me yodel. Stuff